5 minutes, 5 muscle topics. Let's begin. Firstly, there are two different types of muscle fibers. There are type 1 muscle fibers and type 2 muscle fibers. What are the difference? Type 1 muscle fibers are very difficult to fatigue. They are very dense, but they're actually fairly small in size. Type 2 muscle fibers are very easy to fatigue, but they shoot out a lot of power compared to type 1 muscle fibers. They are like a very quick burst of power. It's great for sprints and for lifting, and it's generally bigger. It's easier to grow. Next topic, muscle adaptability. Muscles are very adaptable. Depending on the activity, it will grow the specific muscle type for those activities. As I said, type 1 muscle fibers are very hard to fatigue. They are very good for jogging, for swimming, long distances. While type 2 muscle fibers, they are grown for lifting heavy weights and sprints. They're just fast twitch muscles. Type 1 is slow twitch. They are created to their specific activities. So depending on what you do, those kind of muscles will grow. Topic number 3. Muscle hypertrophy. Now, as I said, muscle adaptability, this time it's hypertrophy. The muscles, it can grow either width or length as well. You can grow your muscles in length by stretching them and continuing to stretch them in that motion or in that direction, and then they will elongate to be able to handle your mobility requirements. And for width, that's because you require bigger muscle fibers to do what you're doing. And that's, of course, you will get these bigger muscles when lifting and sprinting. But you will get longer muscles in stretching because stretching elongates the muscle. Lifting requires your muscle to shorten, requiring force from the muscle, requiring bigger muscle to do the motion. Topic number 4. Muscles, they also have a way of limiting themselves and also their quick burst of energy sources. For example, type 2 muscle fibers, they are very vulnerable to lactic acid. Lactic acid is produced to make your muscles feel owie, so you stop doing what you're doing because it's supposedly hurting the muscle. Now, for type 1 muscle fibers, you don't get as much lactic acid, but you tend to run out of oxygen instead. Oxygen is required to run type 1 muscle fibers because the oxygen is needed to move around through the blood, also to cool down the muscles, also to move nutrients to the type 1 muscle fibers as they are running this really insane distance. Lastly, topic number 5. Muscles are very dependent on neurological links in the brain. So, if you think about it, and if you've experienced it, lifting, for example, if you've just begun, it feels wonky, it feels painful, right? But if you keep going for just like 1 or 2 weeks, you will feel incredibly stronger than before. But the longer you go over those 2 weeks, you end up slowing down in progress. That is because your muscles have now gotten used to what you're doing. The brain knows which muscle to activate, which muscle will stabilize the other muscles and the bone structure to do this movement. So that's why, even though you have a stronger chest, have strong delts or shoulders, and you have strong arms, you tend to be able to do a lot of push-ups because you've been doing push-ups a lot. But a bench press still seems to feel wonky and weird because your muscles have not gotten used to the movement of just moving your arms instead of the entire body. And that, my friends, is all you need to know, or the base level stuff in bodybuilding or in just physical activities in general. These are all you need to know in order to learn about your muscles and what you need to do. This is the baseline. Thank you for listening, and stay lifting, stay healthy, and stay trusty. Goodbye.